Obviously, I told our guys in the locker room, we came out. I thought we came out ready to play, come out and get a huge lead, and then obviously got really, really sloppy. But the biggest thing is, man, you always got to be excited and happy when you get a win. There's a lot of people around the country that lost tonight, that lost and were upset. And lots of positive things as far as, we're obviously offensively scoring points and doing things like that. But sloppy, man. I mean, golly, this, fielding the punt returns, the kickoff return. We got a targeting foul, which we lost our starting corner there. And you got to give them credit. Their quarterback was a savvy guy, and they made some plays. They had good receivers. We knew that. But you can't let up when you get ahead like that. But, man, I'm proud of our guys. That's one in the bank, and all that matters is going to the next week and getting better and correcting the mistakes. And all the things that happen, I think, are things that are just sloppy that we should be able to get corrected. I mean, the onside kick deal, it was a whole bunch of sloppy stuff like that. But, again, proud of our guys and excited to get the win, and especially get the first win at Ching Field. So proud of that. Questions?
Coach, do you think some of the fumbles and the sloppiness was due to playing under the lights at Ching for the first time? Is that something the team did?
Oh, man, no. I mean, I think it was you got to field the ball. I mean, we're catching the ball off our pads on the punt stuff, and then what happens? You lose your confidence. We had both of our punt returners were all over the place. We're dropping balls all over the place, and so we have to. That's something that we've got to get corrected. We haven't. It's the first time we've done it. First time we've seen that. And got to take care of the football. But even at that, I was intensely talking about ball security the whole game. Everybody, our ball security is not good. I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't turn the ball over. The first half, there was a lot of times we put the ball in jeopardy. We're going in. We're up 28-7. Put the ball in traffic. Just stuff like that we can't do. And that's the biggest thing you can't do is beat yourself. And I think what happened is I think we got a big lead, and they're going, oh, we're just going to blow these guys out. I mean, we're sitting there talking at halftime. I said, hey, it's 0-0. We need to come out and play at halftime. We're talking about substituting. Our coach is talking about substituting and stuff like that. I'm going like, yeah, I mean, that's nice, but you need to finish the game we're in. And so all that stuff was just sloppy stuff. I mean, the kickoff, you got to field the ball. I mean, you can't let the ball hit the ground on kickoff. And obviously they did we knew that going in. They do those specialty kicks like that. The onside kick, we just got to field the ball. I mean, probably should let that ball go through to our guy and let the scheme work for us. But there's things like, it's good to learn things, it's good to learn all these things and win. So, but no, I don't think it had anything to do with the lights. I don't know. I mean, I could see fine.
Coach, you guys talk about having slow starts on offense. You guys were able to get off the ball fast and score quick. What was the message, just your continuing message to the offense as you guys got, were putting up points in the first half?
Well, I was really pleased how we started the game. That's the way we want to start a game. We still are like we put our foot on the gas, but there's another level to the tempo that we want to go. And our guys have got to understand that in a game like that. So, no, I was very pleased with how they started. You just need to finish it off. All you got to do is come out and score the first drive, and then it's going to be a running deal to run the clock out. And so it was a great opportunity to strain and train and to coach and to teach, and that was a positive thing. Our guys were very I love the leadership on the sideline. Talking this game's not over, and really the giving up 35 points to those guys, and those guys, I give them credit. They're a good 1AA team skill-wise and all that, but that shouldn't happen. I mean, everything they did. I mean, he would run around and scramble, it was their best play. They'd take off deep. We gave up several of those. We came off our man in man coverage. We got a back in the flat. You can't do that. Just stuff like that. And I think it had to do with getting away ahead and just letting our guard down. But we can't do that. But man, I'm excited. I've been doing this long enough to know football games are hard to win, and you win them. Obviously, I'm proud of our offense scoring 49 points. We should have scored probably 30 more than that, and very capable. But it shows what our potential is. It also shows us we need to humble ourselves and get better fundamentally, because it's the fundamental things with the ball that's really, really important. We got to get better in a hurry. We're going to play a team. Oregon State just went to Purdue, I think, and came up short tonight. They got a very good football team, very well coached, obviously a Power 5 team, and I know how hard it is to travel there and play. So our guys, I love when I came into the locker room. Guys were, hey, obviously lots of things to work on, but they were celebrating. They were happy. You don't look around and see guys that are mad because of the way they played, or they gave up a pass, or they turned the ball over. They understand. They take accountability, and I was very pleased with that, because I'm telling you, after last week, that's a confidence gut kick, and we did not play well, but you can see we played a pretty good team. I think they beat LSU, didn't they? Yeah. So. I think playing the way we did last week, I'm not kidding you. I hate these games. I hate playing these games. I'd rather play the Dallas Cowboys than play a 1AA team. It just makes you miserable, because that team's dangerous. That team's got athletes. They got players. That quarterback is a savvy dude. He's got a lot of courage, plays hard. They're very well coached. Their coach is a first-class guy. But I'm glad to get that one through with that. But I was concerned about this game, very concerned about this game, and how we'd respond. We responded well. I wish we would have finished it in a decisive fashion instead of letting them straggle around back into the game.
Well, you made three big fourth down stands, or fourth quarter stands. What was the thinking going into it? What did you tell the guys?
All I was thinking is, man, I'm going to have to go face those reporters calling 2 timeouts in a row. We better daggum stop them.
But yeah, it just seemed like you had responded. You were on
Now, you did think that was stupid, didn't you?
No, I just thought
Come
that
on.
was brilliant that you're trying to
2
get the drama.
timeouts in a row?
Well, I just thought you wanted to get some drama for the
And
first.
just so you know, it was not me that was stupid. Our D-line coach in the box gave me the wrong grouping. So we had the wrong defense on the field, so we switched it back. No, I thought that was a great teaching moment. That's a great teaching. I mean, the ball's on the 1 foot line. We go out there, we stuff them. Right, we get it to second down. All right. We have some substitution stuff. We take 2 timeouts, go out and execute a perfect call. Guys execute. Panay comes off there, busts him in the mouth, and get the ball. That you always have to play the every play. And so I thought that was big. I thought the fourth down stops were big. And this guy was a challenge. He's a challenge scrambling. He was a really good scrambler, and he could get outside containment. But I was really pleased with those stops. And those are great teaching moments, because it just, I don't think that has anything to do with play calling. I think that goal line mentality is your players. And when you get those stops, that really helps. And man, I mean, there were some big stops. And then we just gave up some cheap, stupid plays. I mean, that's what's so disheartening. I mean, I think we played, I think we had played 23 plays in the first half. And I think we played 49 on offense. You see, that's why we do what we do. And so we ended up playing 70. We played 74 plays and 73 plays. So you can see, obviously, our tempo and our production in the second half went way down. So that's lots of things to teach on. But I'm telling you, our guys got great heart, and that showed it right there. That ball's on the 1 inch line. It's hard to stop somebody from right there.
Great win, Coach. And I noticed tonight, the tight ends didn't play as much, and as far as the team's strategy going into Oregon State.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the film. I mean, that wasn't our strategy going in, I can tell you that. We wanted to they run a very different system. It's really similar to what Coach Tomey ran back, the Desert Swarm defense. And it's very difficult. They do a lot of difficult things. It's very unorthodox. And our plan was to play multiple tight ends. And I don't know why that didn't happen or whatever. Probably, I mean, our big thing was getting the ball in the hands of our best guys. It seemed like we did that in the first half. I'll have to look at the film and see, but it wasn't like we've got confidence in those guys, and we'll continue to be a team, especially teams that are, that are pressure oriented. You got to be able to play with multiple tight ends and broad blocking surfaces.
Coach, players were telling me last week that, the vibe or the energy in the locker room, say at the Rose Bowl, wasn't, where they wanted to be, and that's why they kind of were a little flat and didn't play very well. But what was?
I disagree with that.
Well,
Here's what I'm going to tell you about all that stuff. Everybody talks about emotion all the time. This game's not about emotion. Game lasts 4 hours. If you're dependent upon your emotion, I think we lost last week because we got beat and we played poorly. It didn't have anything to do with emotion or getting fired up. I mean, they play their music in the locker room. They get all hyped up and all that. It's all about going out there and being disciplined and playing football. And football is like life. There's nowhere to hide. It's 4 hours long. So you're going to be disciplined fundamentally or not. And we were not last week. And that was what the problem was last week. And we played a pretty good opponent. Tonight, we played a great first half. And then we got sloppy when we got ahead. But on the same hand, it's going to be a W, and you go on. And I'm thankful for every one of them. I don't like talking about emotion. That's where we're at as a program. The longer they talk about emotion, you operate on how you feel, you operate on what we believe, right? It has nothing to do with the rah-rah speech that Coach Graham gives in the locker room. I talk to my team 90 seconds before they go on the field. Now, let me tell you, you want to come out and see rah-rah? Come out on Tuesday. That's when we're coaching, and preparation is the key to winning. And I know sometimes kids maybe struggle to talk to you guys about stuff, but it ain't nothing to do with emotion. And if you're dependent upon that, you do this. And that's where you see the things tonight is the fundamental things that we got to get better at. But the good news is we got the makings of a really good football team, and that's why I'm here. That's why our coaches are here. We got to develop them and get better fundamentally. And two, I think starting off the season. When you start off the season and you play a team like we played week one, makes you a better football team. I'm telling you, it makes you a better football team. And because we came out today and all of a sudden it was like, oh wow, this is like playing on air compared to last week. Right? Make sense? And that wasn't that team there will do well in their league. They're a good football team. They got good skilled people. They're well coached. But we got to get where we function on how we believe, not what we feel or what the locker room's like, right? I'm just telling you, the game lasts a long time.
Coach, congratulations on a historic win. Especially sweet winning on campus. But a question about
Hey, we're undefeated at Ching Field. That's all that matters.
Yeah. A specific
That's what my wife said.
The specific question about a situation and a decision. In the second half, when they were kind of rallying a little bit, and you had a nice third down scramble by Shevin for about 20 yards, was 2 yards short of the first down. Fourth down, you decide to go for it with the Wildcat.
Yeah.
How much thought was there into maybe punting it? And
Zero. Here's why. Is that I don't get into all that. I study the analytics of it, but I've been doing this a long time. Here's why. Because we wasn't stopping them. I mean, bottom line, you can't go make 2 yards against a 1AA team. And we did that, I think, several times a game, did we? We should make that right there. And that's what I'm trying to show them, is that we're not going to play to, try to survive. And a lot of people would punt the ball there. I'm not. It was this situation in this game. Would I do that if we were playing in our opening conference game? Probably not. But at the end of the day, I felt like that we were on the ropes. They were dinking and dunking the ball and moving the ball down the field, and we were struggling. And so we wanted to go show some. I just do that based on my gut feeling, and really it has to do with that particular situation. Does that make sense? Now.
Because the tempo, what was happening in the game at that time.
Yeah, I mean, early in the game, I was more nervous about the 4th and 2 earlier in the game. Because that one I'm going because I said 3 times, I said, Bo, you got a good play.
Your defense came up big anyway after.
Yeah, we stopped them anyway. I knew that was going to happen. That's why we went for it on 4th and 2. But no, I'm going to tell you this. In those games like that, I think I was trying to give a message to our team. right? They came over there, we talked to them about what we're going to do. Everybody kind of knows what we're going to do. We've got to be able to go make 2 yards right there. And the reason why I did it moreover than that is because, man, we'd played a bunch of snaps on defense, and, man, we didn't need to go back. We needed to make that first down. So, each one of those situations, you just kind of handle how you think. But I'm going to be aggressive. We're going to be aggressive in those situations because, that's just, I just kind of go with my gut feeling on those things. And, the numbers and all that, say to punt the ball. But would I have done that if we were in the first conference game? I don't know, probably not. Probably wouldn't gone for both of them. How many was it? 2 or 3? 2 or 3 fourth downs? I know there's at least 2. There was one early in the game that I was really worried about, and Shevin made it on like an option play around the going to the far side over there. So, yeah, anytime.
You only like to second guess the ones you don't make.
Yeah, and that's our offensive coordinator called that play. I didn't. I just said go for it.